Hey, welcome back to my channel, and today we're on GT7 as I jump into the new daily race B to check out in a bit more detail the new physics in Gran Turismo 7. We're here in the Lamborghini Huracan at Suzuka for 5 laps on racing medium tyres. The Huracan seems to be the meta car here already, and it suits me well as I'm currently racing an Audi R8 in one of the leagues I participate in, so I've decided to give it a spin here. I just chucked in a quick quali lap before this, but as we're in A lobby it probably needs a bit more work yet. I'm normally quite good around Suzuka and enjoy the track, so I suspect I'll put in some time on this week. But anyway, we started in P13 and had some really good racing and battles all through the race, particularly the AMG starting behind us. Now in my last GT7 video where I looked at all the new updates, I stated that I couldn't feel much difference in the new physics. Well, how wrong was I? Obviously I caveated that with the fact that I was trying a new track and car combo, so it's difficult to tell as I had no idea what it'd be like on a known combo, but wow, what a difference it has made. The tyre warm-up is so much more pronounced now, and the cars handle much better in my opinion. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that I jump between this and iRacing, and whereas before the GT7 update there was a big difference in how the cars handle between the two titles, and it took a fairly big adjustment period when moving between them. This has now drastically changed in my opinion. Now I'm not saying GT7 physics is on a par with iRacing, just that it is much closer than it was before. I feel much more able to jump between the two titles now, and you can really feel in GT7 how the weight balance of the car is changing. This means that trail braking is much more of a thing now, really is needed to avoid the understeer, which I know a lot of people are reporting as their experience of the update. Another thing which is a huge difference is the feedback through the steering wheel. I'm running a Thrustmaster TGT2 with the low cell pedals, and it never felt great on GT7. It always felt good on iRacing, but now it feels like a different wheel on here, and in fact I've turned down the force feedback on GT7. You can feel so much more detail through it. It picks up bumps, changing the surface of the track, and generally feels more alive in your hands, so a big tick there for the update. I did have to do a firmware update though, and I think that is recommended across all wheels to get the best out of the new physics from what I've heard. So onto the race, and we've picked up a couple of positions in the first lap and we're getting a good run here down the back straight towards 130R. But I think I may just have touched this Porsche entry and sent him wide, so let's make sure I give him the space to rejoin and keep his position, and somehow managed to keep the place from the AMG behind me, which is all over me. As I said, some great battling, very clean driving for the AMG, and maybe has restored my faith in daily races on GT7 temporarily. It was a good experience. We've got a bit of breathing room going down the straight, so we don't need to do anything overly rash going to turn 1. We'll see a car go wide and we'll just give a bit of space and don't go too aggressive. We don't need to risk getting involved in any side-by-side action through sector 1. Just focusing on being smooth here and not overdriving it, as it always seems to produce the best results time-wise for me here. Now it's my mistake here coming up. I'm too focused on the cars ahead and I don't see the yellow Lambo behind me, and I just leave the door half open, which he duly takes and squeezes down the inside into the hairpin. This compromises me getting on the power at the hairpin and puts me back under pressure from the AMG again due to my poor exit. Now I honestly thought he was going to send it down the inside here. He did a really good run on me. So I was mindful to leave room on the inside as I fully expected it to happen, but he tucks back in behind me and I end up running wide instead, gifting him the position. Well played, AMG. Now under no pressure here at all, the AMG runs wide at turn 1, so we thank him for the position back and go on our way back up to P12. Another gifted position here as the yellow Lambo from earlier disappears into the warp and we're back up to P11. Still haven't got this quite right, having a downshift to keep the car rotating mid-corner, losing a lot of speed and putting ourselves back under pressure from the AMG again down the back straight. Taking a kind of defensive line here just to make sure that the AMG doesn't dive down the inside here, but then I outbrake myself a little bit, compromising the entry and exit through the chicane, again under more pressure now from the AMG down the main straight. So he has obviously got a great run down the main straight, and we're not going to fight it this time. We're going to let him go down the inside, and we're just going to try and minimise the time lost here and keep our speed up, and then maybe look to get him back later on. So the AMG is clearly pushing hard. He runs a bit wide through the first Degner and then goes very wide through the second and has a really poor exit, so we can just nip back through and get this place back again. You can see the Porsche had a spin at the hairpins. We're going to try and get this. He forces us to go the long way round by taking the inside line, which we manage. And just hoping he causes the AMG some delays so we get a breathing room. We managed to tuck back in just in time to take a normal kind of approach to Spoon. You can see the AMG and the Porsche side by side, so I might be able to escape while they fight it out, but unfortunately he spins out weirdly on the second part of Spoon curve and leaves me and the AMG to continue to fight it out for the last lap. Still got loads of work to do, I think, on this. My lap times are way off where I'd hoped them to be, I think. So, especially this first turn 1 here, I seem to be losing loads of time to the AMG there. He's always closing right up on me every lap, so more work to do. So after, once again, a poor turn 1, I'm just trying to keep it smooth, not give any sniff of an overtake through sector 1. And the AMG makes a bit of a mistake in sector 1, touching the inside grass a bit, which gives me a bit more breathing room once again. It then looks like again he gets a poor exit out of the second Degner, which gives me a bit more breathing room. So if you're still here and have enjoyed this video, please give it a like, And if you want to see more content of both GT7 and iRacing in the GT3 and LMP3 classes, do subscribe to my channel for regular content. So overall, I'm really enjoying the new physics. As I said earlier, the wheel feels so much better since the update, and I wonder if maybe the new handling physics have cleaned up the game a little, in that maybe people are less inclined to go for dives and stuff, knowing the car has a tendency to understeer with aggressive inputs. It certainly feels like it rewards smoother inputs now. Overall, a great race here with the AMG. Really enjoyed the battle, so cheers for that, Mr. AMG. Even if it is over P10 and not at the front of the field. So that's it, P10 finish. Even if we did miss our braking point, go really wide in the last chicane, we had enough of a gap to keep it together, but P10 over the line and a really enjoyable race all round. So that's it guys, thanks for watching. Again, please do like and subscribe, and hopefully see you in the next one. Cheers.